Okay, tell me. Hi, hello, welcome everyone. Welcome to this intro call on the Business Done Different. My name is Shilpa and we have Smriti here. So before we kind of start on to the call, let me introduce you to Smriti. I know she doesn't require an introduction. Most of us know her for the amazing being that she is. But along with all of that, she is also a CF. She's a BU certified CF. She's a talk to the entities, intermediate, and CF. She's right voice for you, CF. She's a joy of business CF. I mean, facilitator. So is there anything I missed out on, Smriti? I mean,
I think you covered all.
yay! And the interesting thing about all is that all the classes that I've mentioned about her, I have done all the classes with her. So I really know the energy that she is with all the classes that she is. And she's also someone who has, hosted so many amazing classes of Day and Gary and Kalpana. And so that's what she is. It's difficult to explain what she is in just in so much. So welcome, Smriti, and thank you for doing this call.
Thank you. Thank you
It's
so much.
it's
And
it's interesting that we were like today, and both of us thought the call was today, and maybe the call just wanted to get created today.
yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry I mentioned
Once
20th.
again, can you? Yeah. So over to you, Smriti. I think it's time for me to shut up, but I have few. I mean, can you over to you so that I can then ask you a few questions around.
Cool, cool. Thank you, everyone, and welcome. And sorry for this last minute glitch. I thought it was, I was writing 19, but I wrote 20th. So I wonder what that was all about. But I'm just so grateful for each one of you who's choosing to join in. Thankfully, we'll have recordings so which we can forward to everyone, whoever's interested to listen to it later on. And so this Business Done Different. It is one of my most favorite classes. It has created such phenomenal changes for everyone, especially for me and definitely for whoever's attended these classes. It's not an easy class, and it also requires a huge level of stepping up, like huge. It's going to demand a lot out of you. The manual is huge. It's like a very thick manual and it is loaded with clearing. So it is something that you can actually just refer to or use as your Bible. And it's not, you don't really have to be in business to attend this class. Creating your life is your business. And as Simone says, if you have blood running through your veins, you are in business. So it's about choosing so much more in life. It's about choosing to create such a dynamic life for yourself that nothing and no one can ever stop you. So it's all about all these things. And there's a lot that I can go on and talk about and stuff. But then, in case any one of you have any questions, then I'll take on those questions first and then I'll talk more about whatever is there. So, Shilpa, do you have any questions?
Yes, I do. Smriti, you mentioned this thing about, you don't really have to be in business to kind of attend this class. So can you talk a little more about what does Business Done Different actually mean from an access point of view? I mean, because most of us see it as I'm not in business or I'm not even like employed. I'm a homemaker. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So basically, what happens is for most people, it's like a so does the word business create a lightness in your world, or for most people, it is like a not so much, right? So it's more like a cringe or a whole lot of resistance and dread and all those things. So, but the thing is, and also for quite a few people, there is a part of business that you love, and that's the whole reason that you've created it. So. But at times there are places where you feel you have to force yourself. But what if it did not have to be like that? What are you aware of? What happens is we try and emulate other people. We look at how others are creating business, and then we form an idea about this is how the business has to be. But when you're doing the business done different, it'll invite you to an energy where you start trusting yourself. What are you aware of with creating your life, with creating your business, and creating everything that you desire? What are you aware of? Like a lot of people would go into a lot of judgments and they'll say, oh, this one is doing so well, and maybe I'm not good enough, or maybe I didn't do it properly, or this is the way these are the rules that I have to follow. But what if it did not have to be like that? And to give you an example, I'll give you an example of my mom. And she did not know access at that time, but I think she's lived a total access life all her life. She's of course no longer alive, but I remember I was in first year of college, and that's the time my dad was posted in Delhi, and she happened to meet some friends, and they happened to mention something about excuse me, pitching for some advertising company or something, and she's like, hey, this looks sounds very interesting. So she just followed an energy, and she's like, I want to pitch for this. Did she have a company? Not at all. Did she have any business setup? Did she have any idea about business? Nothing at all. But she just followed the energy. She's like, this sounds like fun, and let me just explore this option. And then she looked around and she searched and she found certain people who were freelancers. Um, so she got them to create the whole presentation for her. And the only thing that was really good about her at that moment was that she had an amazing aesthetic sense. She just knew what would click. She just used to follow the energy, and she was very, very confident, no matter what. Whether she knew the topic or not, she used to be very, very confident. So what worked for her was her confidence and that belief in herself. And so she went and she pitched for that particular product, and she won uh, the account, right? And that's when she actually created a whole company. So the name of the advertising agency was Renaissance, and within a year, she had an office in Delhi and one office in Chennai, with almost about 35 to 40 people working in each of those offices. So what I'm inviting you to be an energy of really, really trusting yourself. You don't have to, go into, uh, you don't have to stop yourself thinking, oh, I don't know anything about business. What can I do? I have no clue what I can do, right? It's about trusting you and following the energy. That's what the Business Done Different invites you to. What it also does is when throughout the class, we'll also be tapping into all those places where you've been stopping yourself, where you know you can create such a phenomenal, amazing business, but you keep stopping yourself because you keep judging yourself, or you're not sure, or you start looking at the way others are creating, and you're like, oh, maybe I can't do that. That's where, so we'll be tapping into all the places where you're limiting yourself, things that you don't even know about. And just because it's a Business Done Different class does not mean we won't be talking about other things, because you have no idea what it is that's stopping you. So there might be some relationship stuff that might come up, or there might be something to do with money that might come up. There might be a whole lot of things. It could be something just as simple as, oh, my brother's not talking to me. And literally that, which is when we sort that out, and we go into sort of looking at what is that energy and the underlying energy behind that. And once that gets cleared, a lot of pathways start opening up for you. So it'll be something very, very interesting without being linear. Anything else, Shilpa? I hope this is sort of.
Yeah, and the last class that I had attended, BDD, one, it's an amazing manual with a lot of interesting and intense topic. Things like, I remember stratification, and I mean, how much, I think actually what started creating for me after the classes, I started stepping up. I mean, I don't come from a family from, where business.
Sorry. Wait, just a minute, Shilpa, wait. I just need to unmute you. Can you unmute yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't come from a business background. None of us in my family ever did business. We came from a very salaried background. And I think that was a huge game changer shift for me, where I started looking at, I don't have to follow, or I don't have to be the one, just because my family couldn't do it, that doesn't mean I can't do it. or, or just because I've never done or looked at business, I cannot look at business. For me, that is what literally changed in the BDD class, where I started looking at, I am different. No, even if I'm part of a family, I'm still like, I have my own reality. I mean, I could have my life showing up in my way. So, so that these were the topics that that kind of resonated a lot with me, with Business Done Different. And I really would, give the credit to Business Done Different, because after that class, I mean, today I sometimes have to pinch myself to remember and remind myself that I am a CF, because I don't know how many years it's been so. And Smriti has played a huge role in that. If I mean, in pushing me and getting me to look at things where um I kind of normalized a lot of stuff, and she pushed me into a lot of asking questions and not functioning from a space of, like conclusions and stuff like that. So that's what that class to me did. I think after that, I don't think I had stopped ever. So, Smriti, I also wanted to ask you questions around, a lot of people look at work as the only way of, like, receiving money. So does BDD also cover or touch topics around, money and, and other ways of looking at money and stuff like that?
Yeah, definitely. We'll be talking about a whole lot there. It's like divided into three different portions. One is a whole topic only on money, about creation of money, what are the different ways in which you can create money, how you can hold on to money, and about taxes and about receiving, and a whole lot of things. And the first part would be all about, especially all the new topics that have come up in Access, all the advanced classes topics uh, would be all there. So it'll be autonomy and a whole lot of things. I won't mention all those topics right now, but there'll be a whole lot of new topics. Beyond what you will learn in a foundation class, they have all the latest topics which will be discussed in the first half of the portion of the manual, including all the clearings and everything. The middle portion of the manual is all about creation, about avoiding, about concluding. There are different ways of creating. What are the elementals? What like creating impossible targets and choices and things. It'll be about staff. There'll be a lot of huge topic about staff and about how to invite very contributive people to work with you to make sure you have a phenomenal business. How to deal with the staff, also about the deal and deliver with the staff, and about no expectations in business, about out creating the industry standards. It's about the creator, connector, generator, energies that you require in your business. It's also about generation, creation, and institution energies that every business requires, and order, chaos, predictability, out creating. It's like loaded with topics. It's literally sort of like a Bible to just hold on to. And usually, what I do very often is every day, in fact, is pick up the manual and I look at, okay, what does my business require from me today? And I just ask that question, and then I'll just open any random page and there'll be some message, something that is there, or there'll be some clearing. So I just do that. So I literally use my Business Done Different manual as that. And it's amazing how consciousness works and how you'll just get the right guidance for your business. It's really, really amazing. It's also about being willing to be out of control, stop being vested in the outcome, giving up all your logical and insane reasons for not having money. It'll be about cash flows, gold minions. It's including your body in your creation. I mean, there are just topics which are never ending. So it's beautiful that way.
Yeah, thank you for that information. So it's also a 3-day class, right?
Yeah, it's a 3-day class and you can attend it live or online. It's a, yeah, you can attend it online also.
Okay. Guys, does anybody have any specific questions pertaining their life, their business, that they would like to ask? And if you guys have any questions here, you guys can also feel free to ask. I'm not the only. Yeah.
So while somebody is looking at what questions to ask, I will just add on a few things. A lot of times we tend to stop ourselves from creating so much more in business or creating a phenomenal business because we feel we just start giving so much more energy to how people are judging us or what is the opinion that others have of us, whether they think we are good enough or not. And that's one of the reasons we tend to stop ourselves. So most people, when people bring you down, what happens is it sort of seeps into the cracks of your self-esteem. Okay, and then before long you start judging. You find yourself judging yourself or judging your own self-worth. Okay, and like when people are using certain words, especially negative words, um, it's like it's when you like see it's heard enough, then they start begin to dissolve and start shaping the way that you are seeing yourself, and that at times becomes very very uncomfortable, and it's very easy to let their voices drown your own. Okay, um, till the time you keep believing their opinions hold more truth than your own understanding of yourself. So the This is done different is an invitation for you to start seeing yourself and your own sense of self-worth, how you actually are, and not seeing yourself through the eyes of those who are judging you, those who are stopping you. So you start discovering bits and pieces of yourself that you never thought you even had, or you never even thought you had the capacity to create. Okay, so just know that no one else can define who you are or what you're worth. Okay, and you are much more than their judgments, much more than their passing criticisms. So you carry a power that at this moment might be hidden right now, but it's there waiting for you to reclaim it. And the Business Done Different class will invite you to seeing so much more of yourself. It's about receiving you. It's about learning to receive you too. And so every time someone tries to bring you down, I would invite you to take it as a reminder, not of your limitations, but the resilience that you have to rise above and to choose so much more. Because you're not the product of other people's opinion. You are a product of your own dreams, your own efforts, and your own beliefs. So till the time you remember that, you'll just keep on choosing more and more. It's like, there were some family members in my house who were like, घर को hotel बना रखा है, why are you conducting classes at home and stuff. And that used to really pinch me at times. And I just thought that was the only way to do, like, why bother hiring a place when I already have space at home and stuff. But then I would hear all these comments. And then I started hiring venues in different hotels, and I used to pay a bomb for all of that because every class has an energy, and I would really want to bring that invite that possibilities with all the classes that I used to conduct, but that used to get really, really expensive. And then one fine day, I just decided, okay, hold on, maybe it's time to have my own space or a place where I can conduct my own classes where I'm not answerable to anybody. And I created that. What I'm telling you is, and the reason I'm telling you this is, when people are pinning you against the wall or pushing you against the wall, when they are being a weird energy with you, what if you actually look at it? At that moment, it will be very difficult and uncomfortable. But what if you actually looked at out creating that and choosing so much more for yourself that you leave all those people or naysayers behind? So Business Done Different is also about inviting you to uh, those possibilities of creation where nothing is impossible except your choice. And uh, the only thing, sorry, not accept your choice, but acknowledging the resilience that you have and the fact that you have a choice. No matter who's trying to pull you down, you have a choice to keep rising, keep choosing, and your choice is paramount. So that's what. So stand tall, trust the voice that knows your worth, and never ever stop choosing yourself. That's my invitation for you for the Business Done Different class. It It may not match what your definitions might be about business, but it's about acknowledging who you are, knowing your worth, and choosing so much more than just what you are, what you think you can. So no more choosing from linear way of making choices, but more from a space of acknowledging, acknowledging the energy that you have. A lot of people, most of them have that thing, wow, what will it take to create this? What will it take to have that as a possibility? But most people stop themselves, they say, okay, maybe I can't do that, and it's not possible. Others can create, but maybe not me. This class is about inviting you to see your own potency, your own potential, and about inviting you to start choosing so much more for yourself.
Yeah.
Cool. Any other questions?
Yes, 1 second. Mansi has a question. Mansi, let us read.
Yeah. I tell you this, how to invite different energy into your business so you can see beyond what you're creating right now.
So Mansi's question is, how do you invite energies into different energies into your business
Create the business that you're creating right now. Like,
to create the business that you would like to create? That is her question. She's receiving a swap there.
Can you expand on that? Like, what exactly are you looking to know?
Mansi, what can you talk more?
It's a way of doing it, right? We get comfortable. So how do we creating different energies as well? So I became a different embodiment.
So she says that we usually, like, I'm paraphrasing, I think I've got that right. So she
Yes.
says that when we try to do a business, we do it from a particular energy. So her question is, what energies can we invite and include to kind of start functioning from a different space? Or inviting different energies into your business so that you can make it greater. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, cool. I got a gist of it. It wasn't a very clear question, but see, like most of you spend years looking for a successful way to do business, but that's like in a way trying to follow a linear path or looking at how others are creating and creating in a very predictable way or based on, oh, last time I did this and it failed, so I should not look at creating the same way. So, but what happens is you're still looking at your past failures as a platform to create. That does not really work. What I found that really worked for me was an invitation to be me in business. So when you only know what is unique about you, and when you are true to that, that is the energy, your essence is what starts inviting more possibilities. Okay. So when I chose to be me in my business, that allowed my business to start flourishing in different ways, like things that I never even imagined possible. So when you look at having a business which is literally an adventure of creativity and joy and energetic awareness and discovering new things every day, it's like, when you just cannot stop, wake up in the morning and get started with things, creating more from the joy, that's when you start succeeding so much more. And that's when you start inviting more possibilities. And it's not going to stop. It's just, it'll just keep multiplying. Just give me 30 seconds.
Thank you guys. Just staying. She's just, I think, on a call. So people who have joined in lately, just kind of hang on a couple of seconds. Thank you.
Sorry, I have a session starting in another 5 minutes. So yeah, what was I saying?
Yeah, you were talking about, you're talking about how you can like invite different energies into expanding your business and how you kind of brought in a lot of stuff which changed the way you started doing business.
Yeah, and what was the question? I think I deviated from that.
So Mansi was asking that, what energies could you embody when you're like functioning from a space of, when you want to create more with your business, like other than what it used to
So
be.
Mansi, all the more reason for you to be part of this class, to know that there is like It's like a very thick manual which has all the top possible topics that we'll be discussing to create that change. So yeah, I won't go more into that. That is an invitation for you to actually be part of this class. There's not just one single thing that will change things. It's like a whole plethora of topics that we'll be discussing, which will start inviting you to see all those places where you're holding yourself back. It's like literally putting you in a washing and drying cycle of a washing machine, washer, dryer, where you just get totally cleansed and then you're thrown out absolutely with some new renewed energy and possibility.
Yeah. So basically what this manual, really did for me was to, like first look at business differently. And like you're talking about taxation and you're talking about staff and you're talking about managing staff and what is required, because a lot of us, whether we are in business or not, when we look at bringing staff on board, we have a lot of points of views around what's the kind of staff, what is the way I should look at staff, what should I pay? Are you there, Smriti? Hello? Okay. We
Yeah,
just
I'm there. I'm there.
Yeah. You
I'm there.
know, I was like, I don't know.
I'm there.
So, that topic kind of resonated with me quite a bit, because when we're looking at hiring staff or when we're trying to maintain a staff, there's a lot of points of view we have, or at least
Yeah.
that's the way we see it from the, like, what kind of people should I hire? Will this person be a contribution? How do I use access in kind of hiring staff or maintaining staff or paying staff? So you want to quickly say not everything, but a little bit of a veggie on this?
Yes, definitely. It's about recognizing who's going to contribute and not having a fixed point of view, especially with regards to staff, because everybody plays a role. Sometimes the staff will be just there with you for 3 months. Sometimes they'll be with you for 3 years. So what if you do not have to hold on to anybody? And what if you invited people who will actually truly be a contribution to you? So how do you invite more contributive people? How do you invite staff who literally has your back? How to recognize what it is that your business is missing and how to invite those energies. It's not about people here, it's more about the kind of energy that you can invite into your business, which will exponentialize it. So we will be talking a lot about that and how to have that clarity with your staff, and especially the deal and deliver with your staff, and how to invite them to work along with you without you being like their boss, but where they really truly would like to create for you. So we'll be talking a lot about all of that. So cool. I think there's one more question which is in a message. No, I think he's left already.
The question I think he was trying to ask is,
Yeah,
with regards to job and more money, what should I do?
Yeah, so again, once you know there's a different way of functioning, when you attended a business, done different class, there's a whole lot of awareness that you'll get. And once you're aware of all those places where you're stuck, you know now that you have the power to change that. Once you're aware, because most of us are just going through our life without being aware of what is keeping us stuck. So when you attend this class, there'll be a lot of things that we'll be discussing. It's like 3 full days of non-stop conversations and creations and topics that we'll be discussing. And when you actually see what it is that's stopping you, when you become aware of it, you now have the power to change it and step into choosing so much more for yourself. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. I need to leave now. And it's a 3-day class. And sorry, just a minute.
I'm putting the details.
Whenever I wish to put my opinion about work in a team, I'm always afraid of losing the work. Then I also go into the energy that I need money. If I need money ever, no one's here to support me. Okay, cool. I'll just take on this particular question also. One is, if you feel like you're going to put in, given your points of view, or when you're going to invite people to your work, and that work will be taken away, or they will lose you will end up losing the work. Somewhere you have to also look at not micromanaging your staff and trusting them. And also, when you're hiring them, ask for more contributive people to show up for your work. And also, when you trust yourself, even if you lose everything, just know that you will be able to create again. So you can't tread or move in this world with the fear of just losing things, because then you're always looking at what if I fail, and what if this doesn't work out, what if someone takes away everything from me. Can anyone ever take anything away from you? You are unique, right? And that uniqueness is what creates. So start tapping into that possibilities, start tapping into acknowledging your own worth, and know and trust and claim and acknowledge the worth and value that you bring to the table. And that is the energy that people will be choosing you for, not what who's doing what. Of course, you'll find people who will try to sabotage a lot of things around you. But why are they trying to sabotage things for you? Not because you're not good. It's because somewhere they acknowledge your brilliance, right? And they feel that if they can step over you, then they've arrived. But who are you? So you have to trust yourself. So we'll be talking about a lot of things in this class. It's a 3 full day class. And the pricing somebody had asked. I think.
Yeah, Avisha had asked for the pricing.
Yeah.
I posted it, yeah.
Yeah, so the Indian pricing is around this much, 1,78,000. It's basically depending on the dollar conversion rate of that particular day that you make the payment. It is 2,750, which is 100% pricing. And in India, I think we have a 75% pricing, so it is around 2,065 US dollars. So whatever the conversion rate is, right now it is around 1,78,000 for this class. It is a phenomenal class, and it's a 3 full day class, like from 9:30 to 5:30, for 3 full days. So that's what it is. I need to leave now. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here, and we'll forward the recordings to you soon. And I'll put all the recordings in all the groups that we're part of, and so you'll get them. Thank you so much for being
Thank you
here.
so much, Smriti. Thank you so much for
Thank
this
you.
call.
See you. Bye.
Bye.
I'm looking forward to seeing you. The class is from 21st to 23rd of February. And then we have another one coming up, I think 14th, 15th, 16th March.
Okay. What else is possible, everyone?
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Good day. Bye.